Yes, we have seen incomes. Now let's see the two concepts like real GDP, nominal GDP. Now and there we hear nominal GDP in the paper lo stuntadi, real GDP idi, nominal GDP idi ani. What are these nominal and real GDPs? See, real GDP, nominal GDP before understanding these two concepts, I want to explain two more concepts. One is current price concept, base year price concept. Let's say once refer our budget document. In budget document, at the end you can see you can see a box. GDP is calculated at two fronts, under two values untai GDP at current prices, GDP at base year price. In every budget document they calculate this both. So what is here current price? GDP at current price ante enti, GDP at base year price ante enti. See, GDP at current price includes, see, indaka manam emannam, it is the value of all final goods and services annam. Got it? Ante ee year, let's say, let's take one bike తీసుకుందాం. Let's say its market value is 1 lakh today. In current year, in current price, its price is 1 lakh because it is current. The price of a particular bike in that year is 1 lakh. That means we are taking the current year, that is current year price. Today's price of the market. Base year price. Product of the same bike keeping base year. Our base year we kept as 2011-12. 2011-12 లో ఏ ప్రైసెస్ అయితే ఉన్నాయో ఆ ప్రైసెస్ తీసుకొని జీడిపి క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేస్తారు. లెట్స్ సే ఆ ఇయర్ ఇట్ వాస్ in 2011-12 its price was only 70,000. So now GDP will be calculated. ఈ goods and service, all final goods and services అన్నాం కదా, దీని ప్రైస్ ఏంది, they'll take 70,000 only. Current year prices will not be taken into account, only base year price will be taken into account. In India, we follow this base year price methodology. Got it? But why we will not take current year? Current year price enduku తీసుకోరు? If we take current year prices, the values will be more accurate. But Indian government is calculating GDP, GNP, whatever let it be per capita income, let it be CPI, let it be WPI, etc., etc. We calculate taking some before year as base year. There is a reason for it, because Indian market is highly unorganized, and one more important thing is here inflation is very high. These are the two reasons why India does not calculate its GDP on current year prices. Ikkada malli explain chestanu. What is this what do you mean by unorganized market? Here unorganized market means the money which is not accounted for. See, RBI nunchi print ayi money bayitiki vastunayi, but how much money is accounted, how much money taxes are being paid, how much money is not unaccounted. In India, 80% of Indian economy is unorganized, only 20% మాత్రమే లెక్కలో ఉంది. Highly unorganized and speculative market. See, for example, నీకు మంచి ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చెప్తా to understand what is unorganized market. Wherever we don't take bills, wherever we don't ask for GST and numbers, and the money for which we don't pay any tax is unaccounted money, which comes under unorganized market. Let's say we are having a tea on roadside, we are giving some 5 rupees or 10 rupees. Is he giving a bill to us? No. We are buying some we are buying some provisions from nearby kirana shop or provision shop. Is he giving a bill to us? No. Without taking in any bills, we buy many items in the market. For vegetables, no bills. All this comes under unorganized market, especially construction. The wages given to various laborers, it is unaccounted. So, ఈ అన్ఆర్గనైజ్డ్ మార్కెట్ ఇండియాలో ఉంది కాబట్టి మనం కరెంట్ ఇయర్ ప్రైసెస్ మీద చేయలేము. ఎందుకంటే ప్రతి ఒక్క దాని దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళి ప్రతి దాని ప్రైస్ ఎంత ఉందో గవర్నమెంట్ చేయలేదు. ఇండియా ఇస్ అ వెరీ బిగ్ కంట్రీ. దే కెనాట్ గో టు ఈచ్ అండ్ ఎవ్రీ ప్లేస్ అండ్ క్యాలిక్యులేట్ ద రియల్ ఫైనల్ గూడ్స్ అండ్ సర్వీసెస్ ఆఫ్ దట్ పర్టికులర్ థింగ్. సో దట్స్ వై వీ చోజ్ బేస్ ఇయర్. సెకండ్, ఇన్ఫ్లేషన్. అవర్ ఇన్ఫ్లేషన్ ఈజ్ వెరీ స్పెక్యులేటివ్. అంటే ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ Jan, Feb, March, April. See, if inflation is somewhat like this, then it is adjustable. But if we watch carefully, our inflation will be always like this, highly fluctuating. If we see the graph of our inflation, it is not even, completely uneven. So that's why we are not choosing current price, we are choosing base price for stability. But countries like USA, countries like UK, countries like France, Germany, Japan, they go for current price calculation only. Anyway, this is called, as of now, base year price is 2011 and 12, which we recently changed. మనం మొన్న చేంజ్ చేసాము. అంతకుముందు 2004-5 ఉండేది బేస్ ఇయర్. In 2018, we changed it to 2011-12. Now coming to real GDP, nominal GDP. What is the difference between real GDP and nominal GDP? See here, if the GDP is calculated at current year market prices, nothing but current prices, then it is, if GDP is calculated at base year market prices, got it? That means అంటే 2011-12 as of now, ఇప్పుడు 2011-12 ఉంది కాబట్టి if GDP is calculated base year market prices, then it is called as real GDP. If GDP is calculated at current prices, then it is called as nominal GDP. సో మనం ఎవ్రీ ఇయర్ బడ్జెట్లో, ఎకనామిక్ సర్వేలో మనం ఈ రెండు వాల్యూస్ చూస్తాం. రియల్ జీడిపి ఏంటి, నామినల్ జీడిపి ఏంటి. కరెంట్ ఇయర్ ప్రైసెస్లో జీడిపి ఆల్వేస్ నామినల్ జీడిపీస్ ఈజ్ హయ్యర్ దాన్ రియల్ జీడిపి. ఇది ఎప్పుడు ఎక్కువ ఉంటుంది. కరెంట్ ప్రైసెస్ ఎక్కువ ఉంటాయి, పాస్ట్ ప్రైసెస్ తక్కువ ఉంటాయి, గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి. సో రియల్ నామినల్ జీడిపి విల్ బి ఆల్వేస్ హయ్యర్ దాన్ ద రియల్ జీడిపి. Got it? Now, to see the fluctuation or the gap between this real GDP and nominal GDP, government uses a formula called GDP deflator. See, it is a price index that measures the inflation or deflation by calculating a ratio of nominal GDP to real GDP. See, it is nothing but it measures the inflation or deflation situation by calculating the ratio between real and nominal GDP. So here GDP deflator is equal to nominal GDP by real GDP into 100. This is the formula. So this is GDP deflator. Nominal GDP ante current price of GDP calculation, real GDP base year calculation. GDP deflator is the difference between these two, or the ratio between these two, percentage gap between these two. Yes, that's it. Now we are going to see the chapter or the topic called national income. See, national income, if we see income income means revenue minus expenditure, whatever we have, or whatever we earn. At individual level, income is per person. Whatever I earn, whatever my father earns, it's an individual incomes. So like that, every business establishment and government or etc., everybody has their own incomes. So now here, national income means income of the country as a whole. What is the value of the economy, or what is the value of the goods and services produced by an economy? That is known as national income. So it refers to the practice of calculating the output. Important. It is the process, or simply it is called as national income accounting. So national income accounting is the process. Accounting means how government audit it, how it calculates. It refers to the process of calculating the output. Calculating the output of an economy through some rules and techniques. See, it is easy to calculate our own expenses, our own income. Hardly there will be 4-5 sources, so we can calculate very easily. But at the national level, there will be n number of factors involving. We have foreigners coming over here. We'll be having ambassadors here. There are people working from outside, and there are people working, Indians working outside over there, sending money over there. There are people in the Middle East sending remittances to their families. So money continuously rotate, money continuously move outside of the country and inside of the country. There will be exports, there will be imports, etc. So it is a huge, it is a huge ledger. So there are many techniques and methods to calculate. So exclusively, there are 4 methods to calculate this national income exclusively, from which first one is gross domestic product, which is, in short form, it is called as GDP. I think all of you know what is GDP. Generally we learn here and there what's GDP, GNP and NDP and regular vintu untam. Next, net domestic product, which is NDP. Number 3, gross national product, which is called as GNP. Number 4, net national product, NNP. So these are the 4 different methodologies to calculate national income based on their economic variables, based on the economic strength, based on the circumstances of the particular country. The countries will choose accordingly. So in India, we mostly calculate GDP, whereas countries like IMF, organization like IMF, they go for GNP, etc. So based on their comfortability, based on their variables, based on their choosing of the economic variables, they differ in calculation. But all these 4 incomes, all these 4 methods are to calculate the national income of a particular country or particular geographical region. Before going into the definitions of GDP, NDP or GNP, NNP, let's see some small issues or small definitions so that you can easily understand what's GDP and what's NDP, etc. Here we saw 2 terms. One is gross, one is net. So just like gross domestic product, net domestic product. What is this gross exactly? See here, gross includes the whole value. Net indicates the value after depreciation. See, for example, let's say a car has been manufactured. The value of a car here is, let's say, 5 lakhs. So here in gross, the entire value of the car is taken. Now after, let's say, after 2 years, 2 years has been passed. Now what will be the car? What will the value of the car? It will not remain 5 lakhs. Got it? The value will come down. So that coming down of value is known as wear and tear. That is decrease of the value due to its usage or reducing of its color, engine capacity or its speed, etc., etc. So some wear and tear is done. After this wear and tear, it is called as depreciation. That means the value will be reduced due to time and wear and tear of that particular product. Now after 2 years, now a person calculated that its original value of 5 lakhs and its engine capacity, etc., etc., its color, its windows, etc. After that, the wear and tear value is around 2 lakhs. Now the net value of the product is 3 lakhs. So in net we calculate with depreciation. So we remove the wear and tear and come to the original value of that particular product. That is the difference between gross and net. So in GDP, that which represents the gross value, almost we take gross values of any particular goods and service. Whereas in net, we remove that wear and tear and calculates minus depreciation of GDP. This is nothing but gross minus depreciation originally. Now, there are 2 more things I have to explain which will be useful in further definitions of GDP and GNP. Here, there is something called market price and factor cost. All of the 4 are calculated with these 2, like GDP at market price, GDP at factor cost, GNP at market price, GNP at factor cost, NDP at market price, NDP at factor cost, NNP at market price, NNP at factor cost. So we have to understand what exactly this market price and factor cost meaning. See here, market price in nothing but the final price or value paid by customer or the consumer. That means it is nothing but a simple MRP kind of thing. The final value of the product which includes taxes. So in this we add indirect taxes and we will not be adding the subsidies provided by government to various industries. Got it? ఇక్కడ ఒక గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి, మార్కెట్ ప్రైస్ ఎట్లుంటుందంటే ఒక ప్రోడక్ట్ తయారైపోయింది. ఒక ప్రోడక్ట్ తయారైన తర్వాత లెట్స్ సే దానికి కంపెనీ 1 lakh ప్రైస్ పెట్టింది. 1 lakh ప్రైస్ వాళ్ళ కాస్ట్ పడింది ఇన్ మ్యానుఫ్యాక్చరింగ్ దట్. సో అక్కడ వాళ్ళకి ఏం చేస్తారంటే ఆ కాస్ట్లో గవర్నమెంట్ లెట్స్ సే సోలార్ ప్యానల్ ఇండస్ట్రీ ఉంది. Solar panel industry, in solar panel industry, government is providing subsidies. So let's say solar panel వాళ్ళకి 1,20,000 manufacturing cost per unit పడింది. But after subsidies, the 20,000 has been subsidized. So whenever it is subsidized by the government, the cost of production is also reduced there. So the value they release into the market. Got it? Here subsidy is 20,000, 1 lakh is the price, 1.20,000 per unit Now here there is a 20,000 subsidy. So this company people will remove this 20,000 and release into the market for 1 lakh. But after entering into the market, there will be some indirect taxes like GST or customs or sales tax, etc., etc. Like this, there will be some indirect taxes.